Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is a collection video of the Custom Knives 2020 budget line. I was going to wait until I got that B-type, fancy B-type, but I've decided since I fixed that one yesterday at the forge, I'd do this now. I have contacted Custom Knives 2020, they're an eBay seller. They are going to send me another one. Apparently they've posted it out. So they are replacing that one because it had a snap tine. So, yeah, I will say they are very good as far as their replacements go. No problems. They do not balk or anything. They've got a very good replacement policy. They sent out a replacement for this one. I ordered those two together and they sent me two of the same out, those two together. I said to them, look, you sent me these two strikers. They sent me that one out straight away, no questions asked. So I got that one for free and they gave me that one as well. They didn't ask for me to send this one back to them either. So that is a thing with them. They are very good with that. I was talking to Jack about this yesterday, and what Jack said, I totally agree. I think these are being made by, I won't say exactly what we think, but we think these are being punched out by a smith in great quantities, and they're just being punched out because there's plenty of them. Like in his eBay store, they have 10 at a time, more than 10 available at a time, and every one of these I bought, only two of them sparked somewhat well. These two sparked somewhat well when I got them. They were roughly finished. There was no pride in his work. The strike faces were no good. Yeah, the quality of them as far as the fit and finish is not good. The metal's good, like the high carbon steel. The heat treat is good. Everything about them as far as the smithing and that goes, they've got that down pat because they're good strikers. They just don't take the 5 minutes that it takes to get them to work. So these are all now finished off, done, and work well. All I did was put them on a grinder, clean the strike face up, then wheel them to get them to look good so that they'll spark and they look finished off. Then I put them in water so that the strike face stays clean, cool, and then anneal the strike, the tines. That's why you'll see that they've got a blue markings on all the tines, just so that the tines are soft. Anyway, I'll go through the whole line. That's the Roman sled type. Nice thick strike face. They've all got pretty good strike faces. Very traditional design. It's probably one of my favourite designs out of all of the strikers. Simple but works really well. You can lock your finger down there. Works with the pinch grip. Every one of these sparks really well. On Aussie black, it's almost grey, but yeah, really nice design. That's the Roman sled. Viking boat. This one I didn't put on the wire wheel. It's just got the oil finish. Yeah, nice. Didn't think it needed to go onto the wire wheel. I don't mind it with that oil finish like that. Added the thong. I like putting thongs on most of them with when they've got the loops available for it. Nice thick strike face. Works really well in the pinch grip. As I said, he's got his heat treat down really well. Sparks really well. Viking bow tie. This is the first one I bought off him, actually. I had to actually retreat this one. I reheated it and then quenched it again. Got it to spark properly. Sparks really well. Old arm's a bit sore from I was playing with the whip and the hammer yesterday, so yeah. Celtic with twists. I like the hammer work on it, the twists. Out of all of them, it's probably my favourite striker. Got the blue in the tines. Really nice striker. Bit thinner in the strike face, but that's fine. Showers sparks. These two, medieval C-type. As I said, these were the ones that he gave me one for free because he sent out the wrong one. Very classic design. They're almost colonial as well because the medieval and the colonial got onto them. Both spark very well. As I said, he's got his heat treat down. There's not a problem with it. This is another one of the Celtics with twists. This one is they're just a variation. It's a toss up between those two as to be my favourites. I love both of them. They're fantastic strikers. I really do like this one as well. Just blue colours in it from the annealing process. Nice thick strike face. As I said, I've cleaned up every one of these with the strike faces I've had to get them to work. Standard Celtic. Really nice thick strike face. Again, a little bit smaller. This is more of, yeah, it's actually not, that's the Viking. Yeah, that's a standard Viking. Medieval bow tie. Medieval B-type with twists. Really nice. I've always loved my B-types as well. Of all of them, that probably just sparks the least. I could probably put it back in the forge and reharden it, but yeah, it sparks well enough. It's not too bad. And the last one I fixed up yesterday, I actually did temper. I put the torch on that one, so hopefully that'll won't snap. And I've tempered that. Annealed this twice, so it's got the blue colours in it. It's got a couple of cracks in it, so I think they've worked that pretty hard. when they're doing it. There is a few surface cracks in it. Thankfully, it didn't go through. I'm going to be very careful with that because I think eventually I will end up snapping it, but that's neither here nor there. This one sparks really well. I put that back in the quench tank. So yeah, that's modified B-type. And that's them. Yeah, with the snap tine. Yeah, I've got, as I said, a B-type coming, fancy B-type. Hopefully it'll come without the snap tine on it, just so that I've got the full range. As I said, I'm not going to buy any more, even if he does have any more in the range. I've gone through and bought all of them. They are very well priced, but yeah, I think I've got enough of them now, and every one of them I've had to fix up. So yeah, they are a good project striker if you are willing to and have the ability to clean them up for $24, $25, which they are, except for that one, because that one has higher postage costs involved. But the rest of them are about $25 Australian posted from England. Yeah, if you've got the ability to clean them up, put them on a grinder. It takes you about 5 minutes to fix them up. They are a good project striker, and it's a good way of getting a cheap striker that sparks well once you fix them up. And yeah, even if they don't spark well, one of them, that one I had to put back in the quench. So even if you've only got a acetylene torch, you can heat it up with an acetylene torch and then put it in the quench tank. That's one way. If you don't have a forge, you can quench them again. But if you've got a forge, you can certainly get them to spark again anyway. I may eventually just say bugger it and put that one back in the quench tank too, because yeah, it needs to go back. But anyway, that's the full line of Custom Knives 2020 eBay seller having on there. Overall, I was disappointed in the line, but for me, who has the ability to clean them up, they are a good project striker. And as you can see, now that they are cleaned up, they are actually a line of strikers that they look as good as any of the mid-range strikers that you can get from anyone else, like in that $40 to $50 range striker, especially these more fancy types. They that one looks like I paid $80 for Moab striker, and it looks almost exactly the same as a Moab striker. Yeah, and it sparks as well as the Moab one does. So yeah, like as far as it goes, that and it only cost me $20, so $25. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to buy them, go in with your eyes open, and yeah, know that you'll probably have to fix them up. But that's the full line, and I wanted to just show that, yeah, show it there once they're cleaned up. But these weren't. That's the difference between a clean one and one that hasn't been cleaned up as per se, because all I did was wipe that down with a rag. So yeah. Anyway, that's the Custom Knives 2020 range of budget strikers. Thanks for watching.